I start this review off, I just want to ask, have you guys subscribed to the channel? If not, why not subscribe today? By turning on post notifications, you just gained access to another of the upcoming videos that I will be posting on my channel. So that way, you are notified. It makes us stay active on the channel, and maybe you guessed that from me. Without further ado, let's get started.
All his life, he never watching movies, and now he wants to share them with the world. So please put your hands together as I welcome Mr. Hollywood.
Let's begin. Star Wars The Clone Wars is a 2008 American 3D animated science fiction space opera film that takes place within the Star Wars saga, leading into a TV series with the same name produced by Lucasfilm Animation. The film is set during the 3-year time period between the films Star Wars Attack of the Clones 2002 and Star Wars Revenge of the Sith 2005. Now if you guys want to know my thoughts on the film, I have to explain the plot first. As most star systems get swept into the Clone Wars, the valiant Jedi Knights struggle to maintain order. Anakin Skywalker and his Padawan, Needle Ahsoka, embark on a mission that brings them face to face with Jabba the Hutt. Plotting against them is evil Count Dooku and his agent, who would ensue that the Jedis fail. Meanwhile, Yoda and Obi-Wan Kenobi need the clone army against the forces of the dark side. That is pretty much the basic plot for Star Wars The Clone Wars, the animated movie. Now, when I saw this film, it was back in 2008 with my mom, you know. I wasn't really a huge Star Wars fan. The only 2 Star Wars films that I actually watched were The Phantom Menace, and back then, as a kid, I thought it was boring and uninteresting. And of course, with 2008. Look, the only reason why I saw this film is because of its animation, and I loved animation back in the day. I still do to this day. But looking back on this film is actually not that bad. I mean, yes, it is a pilot for the TV series. But honestly, guys, this is very good. The animation, for what it's worth, is very stylized. You don't really see a lot of those styles in animation nowadays. Now, with the action scenes, they're pretty legit. They're pretty good. Now, this film is under an hour and 7 minutes. Probably 90 minutes. But does that take away my enjoyment out of this film? No, not really. The original and the live-action prequels are far more bad than this. But I will say this is a good bump in the road in the Star Wars saga. And even though this has nothing to do with the original, the prequels, and of course the sequel, which is The Force Awakens, I will still hold it deep and dearly to my heart. This is kind of nostalgia for me. And yes, the plot does remind me a lot about Ice Age and all those other character journey type of films and animation, you know, where a group of unlikable heroes team up and pretty much have to return a baby or something back to his tribe or his family or something like that. Yeah, that plot aside, it's pretty generic. You see that in a lot of anime films. these days. If not that, then something similar to that. But I gotta say, there's no cons with this film at all. There's actually pros in this film. The editing is very well done. The story is, like I said, it can be predictable, but it has tones left and right that keeps you on the edge of your seat. And this is a good way to pretty much jumpstart the TV series. I did not know that this was going to be a TV series. I thought that this was going to be its own separate thing. Of course, when I saw it in the day, though, that was back in 2008, and, well, I wasn't a huge fan of Star Wars. But watching it now and thinking about it, it's actually a pretty decent film. I don't love it as much as I did when I was little, because as a kid, I freaking loved everything. But now, as I got older, there's, now maybe this is me being a little naive, but I don't see no flaws with this film at all. So I'm gonna give the Clone Wars a B+. Drop a huge like on today's video if you guys really enjoyed it. Also, comment down below and tell me what do you think of this movie. If you've seen it, did you like it? Did you hate it? Do you agree with my opinions? Do you disagree with my opinions? Whatever those reasons are, please chop them down in the comments below. And yes, I do read every one of your comments, people. Follow me on social media. That's been a wrap for this review of the Clone Wars, the animated movie. And my thoughts on the TV show very quickly, I pretty much enjoyed it. You know, it was very good. You don't see that in a lot of anime shows. It was too bad that they kicked it off of Cartoon Network and put it on Netflix for probably one next season or two next seasons. But that's the thing. Why cancel Star Wars, the Clone Wars, the animated series? In fact, people love Star Wars. I don't get why you would cancel it. Oh yeah, because, you know what, that's a rant for another video for another time in the future. I'm Mr. Hollywood. I'm telling my 100 stars that it's time to December. And give this movie a chance, guys, if you haven't seen it.